All right, this video is going to cover how to write parametric equations to create the cams for the automata project. So I'm going to start a new part. So I'm going to go to new part. Before I get started, I'm going to put in some equations and show you how to write those equations and how to access them. I'm going to go to Manage. I'm going to go to my Parameters tab. This box shows up. So from here, I'm looking at we're going to create the paracam. So we're going to add numeric. And that allows us to write inside of here. So the first thing we're going to write is DIA. We're going to do a tab 2 times. And this gives us an option to change what the value of the diameter is going to be in the drawing. So I'm going to make it 2. I'm going to add another numeric. I'm going to call this whole. I'm going to hit tab a couple of times. I'm going to type in 3 divided by 16. Now, where is that coming from? The hole in the paracam is located here. So they tell me that diameter is going to be 3 divided by 16. I don't want to call this diameter and call this diameter. So I'm distinguishing them by typing, let's spell that right. Typing DIA for diameter, which is this letter D, and hole to indicate this hole in the paracam. All right, so that's pretty much all we need right now. I'm going to hit done. Open this up. Go back into sketch mode. Go to 2D sketch. Click the XY plane. Back to a split screen. I'm going to go create. I'm going to start with the hole in the middle. So I'm going to use a circle. Start in the middle of the drawing space. Open that up, and I'm going to type HOLE. Press enter. I'm going to stay in this circle command. I'm going to click the center again. Now we're going to create the outside circle here. And they tell us that the radius of that equals half the diameter. So I'm going to click the center of the space, open this up. Now to get radius, I'm going to right click and click on radius. I'm going to type in here, the radius is 1 divided by 2. I'm sorry, the diameter divided by 2. I press enter. Now they tell me I have a line going from the center of here to the center of this circular space, circular section right here. So I'm going to go to line, grab the center, put my cursor up, and I'm going to type in DIA divided by 2. All right. Now I'm going to create this arc by using a circle and then doing some trimming. So I'm going to go back into create, go to circle, lock in here, right click, it's already in radius. I'm going to type in DIA divided by 4. When I hit front on my view cube, it helps the object zoom back center. So now that's all that can be done at this particular point. So now what we're going to do is create these lines that are tangent to both sides of these curves. So I go back to create, I'm going to go to line, I'm going to draw a line here, I press enter. That keeps it from following my cursor. I'm going to draw a line on this side, click, press enter. Now what I'm going to do is constrain these to the circular sketches. So when I go to constrain, I have all these constraints. If you put your cursor on them, they'll tell you what they are and what they do. So I want to do a tangent constraint. So I click on the tangent constraint. I click the line. I click the first circle. Click the line again. Click the other circle. And these 2 symbols show up. Let me know that this line is now tangent to both of these circles. Do the same thing on the other side. Now this line is tangent to these 2 points. Now we're going to trim this up. Sorry, go to modify. Oops. Modify, trim. I'm going to zoom. Make sure you zoom in on this so you can get the good trim. Now I'm going to trim out the insides. I'm going to click here, click here, click here, click here. So get rid of this, get rid of this. Nope. Trim, trim, trim. Now, when this error happens, you see I try to trim this line. This line is no longer dependent upon the rest of the drawing. So now, since it becomes independent, I can just delete it. So cancel here. Left click, drag. Sorry. I'm gonna. I hit escape, got out of the trim mode. Left click and drag a window around these sections. They're gonna highlight. I right click and I hit delete. All right, so we do a finish sketch. We're gonna go to our extrude. Go to extrude. We're gonna select this space, not all of this, just this space. And then in here we can type in what we want the extrusion to be. So I want to say it's the thickness was 3/16. Got that input, check mark. Now what we want to do is apply some material to the object and look at the eye properties. All right, so now that I'm going to use the cam to talk about how to look at eye properties and determine density, area, and volume. So in your ribbon in the black area up here, you have a tab called generic. If you pull that tab, you can assign a material to the object that you created. So you can pick anything that you want and whatever your project is calling for. Let's make this, how about we make it gold. So we click, now the object is made out of gold based off the dimensions and everything. So now what we want to do is look at the eye properties. Very easy to access. In your browser area over here to your left, you're in this, you have a part here now. You've created a part. If you right click on that, you'll get this menu. And if you click on eye properties, when you click on eye properties, this box will show up. Click on physical. So right here, there's nothing in here at this particular moment. But if you hit the word update, it'll give you all of the physical properties of this particular object. It will give you mass, area, volume, center of gravity, and a lot of other stuff. So yeah, so this is how you do the eye properties for any inventor part, but you have to create a part first and change the material.